plate.
George Springer.
And a pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The 0-2. In the air, out towards right center. Santander drifts towards it. And he makes the catch. One down. Spencer Horwitz, the next to hit.
Spencer Horwitz.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Burns, a former Cy Young Award winner. He throws a cutter, a curve, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Left-hand batter waits. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. One down, base is empty. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Burns snags it for the second out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
This one in the air. Should have this one. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the first, stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. The wide to kick the pitch. The wind to the pitch. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. He steps on the bag. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's Adley Rutschman.
All right, Boog, so I was scrolling through social media the other day, and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford great Christian McCaffrey. Seriously, what can't Rutschman do on the field?
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Down the right field line and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Two outs. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count in this situation.
Now that's strike 3, and the all set for the start of the inning. So now Turner in on that right side. The pitch. Turner, a former All-Star, 39 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2006. Next pitch is downstairs. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Two down. That one the other way. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Dalton Varsho in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Turner on at first, nobody out. And a swing and a miss there.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Flips it for one, throw to first, but he beat it. Alejandro Kirk will hit next. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch.
Really good athlete, and many times you talk about, you know, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
And a swing and a miss.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Squeezes it. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
And the righty deals. And that's outside. Now 1-2. Line drive and a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
That one ripped but foul. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one cutting but missing down low. Wouldn't chase that time. 2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Cowser settles underneath it. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. Back now at Oriole Park, Anthony Santander at the plate.
The right fielder, Anthony
Bassett back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Colton Cowser. And there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
One down, base is empty. Little chopper rolls foul. The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball still 0-2. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. And he'll do. Ground ball right side. Guerrero. A flip to the pitcher covering. And that quickly 2 away. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Guerrero drifts towards it and puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. Top half of the 3rd inning. And now the shortstop, Leo Jimenez. And the right-hander back to work. Burns has worked along with mental skills coach Brian Payne since September of 2019. And as well, he reads Harvey Dorkman's The Mental ABCs of Pitching. He reads at least a chapter on days that he starts. Right side. The throw to first. And 1 away at the top of the 3rd. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And the batter is George Springer. Flied to right his first time. And there's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Gonna count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. So up next, Spencer Horwitz. He popped out his first time. Bounce to the right side. Mateo sends it to first. And the Blue Jays go back here in Baltimore. Now here is Cedric Mullins. Bassett back to work. Just missed. That's ripped. And this one could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Jorge Mateo now, and he lays down a bunt. Guerrero. He is safe, and that was bang, bang at first. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the last half of the 3rd. Next offering is downstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And another ball. Three-two now. Sizzling on its way to the outfield. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Rutschman batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Mateo over at 2nd. Henderson on at first with nobody out.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
This one in the dirt. To 3rd. Tag. Got got him. And it's second. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in. He'll score. They lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right.
There goes the runner. Laced down the line. Could be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 3-zip.
Back-to-back base hits. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Now, Ryan Mountcastle. And he takes a strike. And that's down and away.
1-0.
Got a good eye there. Runner at second here, one gone. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Around third, fires it to the plate. He scores, and it's 4-0.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Santander takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Varsho going back. And it's off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one hammered center field. Kiermaier going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tagging from third. And now the runner will score from third on a wild throw. Brendan Little will take over here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. 0 for 1 so far. There's the strike.
Pitchers always face a dilemma trying to figure out how to attack this guy. He went with the breaking ball right there, but it feels like that approach might be playing with fire. He loves to go after pitches with a wrinkle in it.
And that one sliced foul. And the pitch. And that'll fall for a base hit. Around third. The throw in. Safe.
Comes through with the RBI. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
And now here is Cedric Mullins. Westburg off of first with 2 away. And that one a little below the knees. And now it's even 1-1. On the ground right side. Guerrero the toss to first. In their hat. As we go to the top of the fourth. Now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The right-hander back to work. Up the middle, and he can't come up with it. To first, and he just gets it there in time. One away. Here's Justin Turner. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Dalton Varsho. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
There's a swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Caught him looking for the K. Bottom 4, leading into the box for Baltimore, Jorge Mateo.
Second baseman.
Here comes a pitch. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Orioles really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the 3rd, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
And there's 1 away. So the batting order turns over. Next to hit, Gunnar Henderson. 1 for 2. Swing and a ground ball out to short. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. That's got to be an error. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Snap throw to first. Henderson back in on a dive. That's inside. Henderson leads off first with 1 away. And it's even up. And another ball. And now the lefty comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop at it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Line drive. Caught. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. Bang, bang play, and the... And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Alejandro Kirk. The pitch. Kirk in his 4th year, 25 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Kicks and fires. That one finds the zone, and the count even at 1. And it skips into dirt.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Out towards right center field. Mullins makes the grab on the run. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And he's already singled in this game. And there's the strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That one inside. Ball 1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Righty delivers. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Brings it in. And there are 2 down. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. Fly to left his first time.
Kevin Kiermaier.
And that one cutting but missing down low. And it's fouled away. 2 outs, base is empty.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And we're back. Now it's the DH, Ryan O'Hearn. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Nope. That's inside.
And misses inside. Liner snagged at first. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
The line of the pitch. Out to short. Jimenez fires to first on the run. And a couple of quick outs. Anthony Santander, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. A laser to left. And they tack one on the board. It's 7-0. So digging in, Colton Cowser. And now that's a little bit low. And that's ball one. Two down, bases empty, but one run across. Last half of inning number 5. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Left-hand hitter waits. Right through there, got him. That's the inning. Top 6. Now it's the shortstop, Leo Jimenez. And a pitch.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering is fouled back. Kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss. One gone here. Here's George Springer.
Springer always grades well with his bat. He's been incredibly consistent at the plate in his career.
There's a strike. The Blue Jays with a lot of ground to make up. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering is fouled back.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
One down, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out. So 2 down now, and here is Spencer Horwitz. That's in there, and that's strike 1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
With 2 out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
Two outs. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And he won a round. Not an easy. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Third baseman,
Little back to work. And a curve misses outside. And the next pitch is way outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. That misses. Ball 1. Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's downstairs and outside. That one at the knees for a strike. Up the middle, and that chance handled. And they get Mullins for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in is the speedy Jorge Mateo. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Towards first, and it goes just foul. And the pitch. And now 1-2. Good eye right there.
It's a good take.
2 down, nobody on.
We got full count.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Top of inning number 7. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And the pitch. That clips the zone. Strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Justin Turner now. There's a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The pitch. Turner checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. He did not go around. Right-hander kicks, deals. And they'll do it again. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Man at first. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And a foul ball. Guerrero at first, 1 gone. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
0-2. 1 ball.
Almost got him.
2 strikes.
Pitch misses. Now 2-2. The punch out there. That's out number 2.
Now back.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. That hits the dirt. 1-0.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
2 outs. That's inside. And a count 2-1. There's a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
The Jays with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul.
Just 1 out away from 7 strong innings and just at 100 pitches. Man, pretty impressive. They've got to be happy with what they've gotten from him out there today.
And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And that's a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
At the belt and fires. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Gunnar Henderson.
For the Orioles, the shortstop.
The pitch. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. The 0-1. Just off the inside edge. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman, 1 for 3. That one fouled off. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Henderson around second, headed for third. Coming home. He will score, and it's an 8-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Digging in, Ryan O'Hearn. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And a strike in there.
0-2 count. Both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Out in the left center for a line drive base hit. Runner from second scores as they add on. And they now lead by 9.
Picks himself up an RBI. Pretty much a model.
Trevor Richards gets the call from the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep this score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And the batter now, Ryan Mountcastle. Foul ball there. 0-1 down. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And that's off the inside edge. Now 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 1-2. And there's a ball. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Got him. And one gone. Anthony Santander, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's already homered here in this one. Slapped foul. Man at first, one away. He swings and fouls one off. Right-handed reliever. Just misses with that one.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one way inside. Comes a 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. O'Hearn leads off first with one away. That one just misses. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now back.
So first and second with one man gone. Colton Cowser digs in now. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
And here it comes.
One
Way
ball,
high with that
2
one.
strikes.
And the count is 1-2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. 1 at second.
Out.
What a double play that was. Inning over. Back now at Oriole Park. We go to the 8th. And now for the Jays, Kevin Kiermaier. And he deals. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. The pitch. And a foul ball. And the pitch. That's down and in.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
And the righty deals. Got it by him for the K. Next to hit, Leo Jimenez. High in the air, out to right. As this one sized up, 2 away now. So the lineup flips over. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And there's the strike. Fly ball to right. Santander makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the 8th, and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg.
For the Orioles, the third baseman.
And the right-hander back to work. That's to third. Throws to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Now
And the batter now, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins.
Richards in his 6th season. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and he works in a 2-seamer. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Here comes a pitch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Ripped to short. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 up, 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Jorge Mateo. back right field. So now back to the top of the order. Back to the top of the lineup, Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. First offering, and it just misses. Left-hand batter waits. Off the mark there. Now 2-0. Strike on the inside corner. Mateo off of first with 2 away. Next offering upstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. So 2 down, and now the catcher comes up to him. Adley Rutschman.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
First pitch misses. That one missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Brings it in, and that is that. And we're back. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the number 2 hitter, Spencer Horwitz. Burns back to work. And he pumps it a strike. Out to short. Henderson. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. The Orioles up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. To the right side, and he picks it up in foul territory. 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That misses, and it's 1-2. Mateo pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So it's their last chance in this one. Turner climbs in on that right side. And that curveball drops in there for a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Foul ball. Burns is just 1 strike away. And that's outside. And a ball evens the count.
2-2 count.
2 down, nobody on. And that's in the dirt.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today.